Hey Juventini, welcome back to the channel. I'm Alberto. You know the drill. It's August 21st. I've got all the latest news surrounding La Vecchia Signora. We've got the latest on the Depay saga, and it has taken a little bit of a turn. Yesterday night's report actually came and was a little bit aggressive, though. We'll talk about where we actually stand on Memphis Depay, and then talks picking up with Zakaria being on the move. What does everything mean for Rovella, because things are actually changing and Max is starting to clamp down on what's going to take place, but Paredes continues to push. So we're going to talk about all that, and then Max's presser leading up to the match against Sampdoria tomorrow. Okay, so let's get into it. Alright, Juventini, friendly reminder, like the video, and of course smash that subscribe button. This is a channel that's all Juve all the time. Alright, now let's get to it. So, late last night, my time, Depay talks. Basically, there was rumors saying that they have completely broken down the discussions between Juventus and Barcelona, Memphis Depay. Everything is completely broken down due to the player making higher wage demands that was originally agreed upon. So, it's basically not completely broken down. So what's going on is basically Juventus is going to weigh out whether or not they're going to continue this for Depay now that he's asking 7.5. It was originally stated it was going to be a 2-year deal for 5.5 million. Now Memphis Depay is asking for 7.5. The termination with Barcelona is pretty much done, but it's not going to take place unless Juventus fully commits to the deal and the move. So right now, they're basically weighing everything out. The other names, okay, which would be alternatives, is Milik and Arnautovic. I'm sorry, Juventini, but for me, Milik should not even be a question. And even if we were going to talk about Arnautovic to Depay, number one, completely different players. Arnautovic will not offer you the versatility that Memphis Depay would. And it's arguable that even in a spot-for-spot comparison, the quality is significantly lower. Completely different players, though. So it's going to be very, very interesting to see if Juve will, in fact, commit to that 7.5 million deal. Again, my 2 cents, same as yesterday. It's not much more than the 5.5 that was originally, I guess, agreed upon. I can see this rubbing a lot of Juventini the wrong way, though. If they had, in fact, agreed to 5.5 and all of a sudden he's gone up to 7.5, maybe they can meet in the middle. I know this rubs a lot of Juventini the wrong way, but players are always going to look out for their best interest. The other thing to keep into consideration is usually when you sign these players on free moves, the salary, number one, is a little bit higher, but number two, you usually get longer terms. So if we think back to the Ramsey, the Rabios, we had longer terms. There's more risk involved. So there's also more risk involved for the players. So it makes sense with him only getting a 2-year deal that he would want that salary to be a little bit higher because there's more risk involved on his side than there is Juve's side. So don't get too fired up about Memphis Depay, Juventini, and let it sour your taste on this transfer or whatnot, because it makes sense. 2 years on a term for a free player is very, very low risk for Juventus, which is another reason why I say go ahead and finish it, okay? But that's where it stands right now. It's all on standby. In terms of Zakaria, so Zakaria, the rumors are picking up that he could be on the move. Monaco has now come in with interest for the player. We know that there's Bundesliga teams that are interested in the player. This presents a simple move for Juventus that opens up the spot for Paredes, which appears to be Max's guy, but it also gives us capital and plus Valenza. It's not a fair shake for Zakaria, okay? I do feel bad in terms of that because we barely scratched the surface on this player and what he can do. In terms of Rabiot and Artur, we just seen it's not going to work. It's not going to fall out, but do you just risk not bringing in a guy for the coach that he really wants in Paredes that ultimately gives us variation in the middle of the park, or do you just keep Zakaria, keep all things status quo, and keep Rovella in the team? Because this is going to be what's interesting. Rovella right now is on hold, so there is no move to Monza because Max has put a hold onto it, and it ain't going to happen unless Paredes comes in. So that's where it stands right now. But not only that, things are getting very, very interesting even on the Monza loan for Rovella, because Carvalho. William Carvalho is actually going to be potentially picked up from Real Betis by Monza. And if they do that, that pretty much shuts the door on Rovella. But keep in mind that our three youngsters, Miretti, Fagioli, and Rovella, all had about half of the clubs interested. So if it's not Monza, there will be a home if Paredes comes in. So I don't think that completely shuts the door on a Rovella move. But this is what the final pieces of the puzzle are looking like, Juventini. I want to know your predictions. Is Depay coming in? Is Paredes coming in? Do you think so? Yes or no? Drop it in the comment section, along with all the rest of your thoughts and opinions, and even questions about everything I've given you today in the news thing. Now, last, certainly not least, Max speaking about the game against Sampdoria tomorrow, and basically we're looking at this. Rabiot will play, he says, okay? In terms of the defense, he said it's going to be one of Gatti or Rugani, and he still hasn't decided. Bonucci will travel with the team, and he will be there, but he's made the decision he is not going to start. In terms of basically the games and everything right now, Max just states this is where the fun begins, okay? So there's going to be many matches played in short periods of time and whatnot, and they need to be strong over the next couple months and make sure they maintain reach at least within the top or be at the top. So it's going to be very interesting to see how everything unfolds, especially while injuries are going to play a key part for Juventus and whatnot. Don't forget, we've got Pogba coming back to the pitch training wise next week, and we'll see how that goes. Fingers crossed that there's no re-aggravation or anything like that. And then Di Maria, we will have to wait probably beyond the Roma match, okay? But Max is right. The fun begins. Tomorrow morning, we're going to be live at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time as we get you ready and pumped up for Juventus and Sampdoria. In my personal opinion, out of the defense, Gatti or Rugani, I believe with this game being away from home, that Max will go with the experience and play Rugani. Either way, I'm fine. Even if Gatti should play, I'm fine if Rugani should play. All we need is that W, baby. We've got to win. Your probable 11 for this match tomorrow so far is shaping up to be Perin in goal, Danilo, Gatti or Rugani, Bremer, Sandro, McKennie, Locatelli, Rabiot, Kostic, Vlahovic, Cuadrado. That's your probable 11. Juventini, that's your news video to August 21st. Again, you know the drill. Drop everything in the comment section and let's mix it up. And don't forget to smash that like button. And if you're new here, subscribe. Till tomorrow morning when we're live, fino alla fine, Forza Juventus. Ciao tutti.